toast the bone. You were born under a bad sign with the blue moon in your eyes. When you woke up this morning, all that love is gone. Your father never told you about right from wrong. Right from wrong. You're feeling good, baby. You're feeling fine. Born under a bad sign with the blue moon in your eyes.
When you woke up this morning, by 10:30, your hair was going ding dong, ringing like like a voice telling you there's something you should know. Last night,
woke up this morning.
When at times like this makes you wonder if you ever know meaning.
Woke up this morning.
Wives, husbands, mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers. Woke up this morning, always on the run. I do my dirty work here in Penn, Michigan. You're one in a million, you got to toast the bud. Born under a bad sign with the blue moon in your eyes.
Hey guys, welcome to the Flint, Michigan Films Podcast. I'm Josh Thayer,
I'm Corey James Taylor.
and today we're here with Cody LaRue.
Yes.
How do you pronounce your name, sir?
Cody LaRue.
Obviously.
I really have never had to say your last name
Really?
before. I really never.
It's French. It means the road.
Is it actually?
Yeah, French Canadian, you know.
That's cool.
Yeah, really.
That is
It's
cool.
on account of why I know so much about, you know, the type of trucker speed they're doing up there.
Okay.
Wait, it's the road, so you could be like Cody Rhodes, like
Oh, I never thought about that. Yeah, I'm the French version of Cody LaRue. Yeah, I never thought about that.
The son of a Canadian trucker.
Yeah. Is it too late? I think 33 years old is probably too late to get into WWE
No,
wrestling.
it's actually not. Believe it or not, it's
My
not.
body would beg to differ. I think It's great. This is like a really powerful feeling, though. Everybody's just sitting over here listening to us.
Yeah, right. It is a little bit
Fernando.
nerve. Actually,
Don't
this
sit
is the
on my
most
foot.
people that we've had one time. But the last time, yeah. Everybody else was in front of the cameras, and then we had one where it was just like us hoping that the audio came out really well. We had like a lav mic on him, we had like a boom mic on him, we had that mic on him. We were just like, I don't know how this is gonna go.
I mean, we just didn't have any way to like monitor, so we're just like sitting here like, well, we'll try everything.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever get like people just staring in at you at the windows here?
We get the mall walkers, they come in, but the most ones who like walk the mall now know us, so they don't stop. But we have, for the first time, you'd be like,
Any mall flashers? Look at this dog. He's so cute. Look at this.
that's Fernando.
He's showing off for the camera.
Yeah, he's gonna eat your mic.
You want to come up here?
Mhm.
What's that?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's our sound tech.
it's adorable. So no mall flashers?
Not yet. It's gonna happen though. It's once it gets cold, and the crackheads can't be outside.
Or just, I don't know, is there any correlation between flashers and like, it's not a job, right? But I feel like flashers don't usually have a job, probably,
No,
right?
exactly. Yeah.
That's just what they do. Like,
Where's the correlation there?
well, I'm just saying, like, if the economy takes a shit, do you think there'll be more flashers, like, in the mall?
What do you mean?
Just by default.
Yeah, because they have, like, nothing to do, and they're, like, at home, and they're...
Their hobby is just flashing people.
Yeah, like the trench coat guys, like a classic flasher. I don't know if I'm sure they're still around.
Oh, yeah,
right?
there's got to be one or two, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to think that like flashers are like kind of in their own category, neither employed nor unemployed.
They're like a day walker. They walk among us.
Yeah, maybe they work from home, and this is how they get their kicks: is coming out to the mall and flashing people.
If you're a flasher, a work from home job would be really good because you could kind of go around wherever you wanted. You know what I mean? Where it's like if you're like working somewhere, you're gonna go to the same spot. I don't know. How we're talking
Yeah,
about
like
this.
you might have to go to like the Subway next door, and you can't fly because you might need to eat at that Subway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So if you work from home, who cares?
No, you can't. You can't be sullying the good name of Subway either.
Fernando, are you going to be in this?
Yeah,
the whole
somebody
time?
already did that a while back.
Yeah.
They're still recovering.
I had an idea for a movie that will never get made, but it was it's like a Ocean's 11 style. It's like a heist movie or like a prison escape kind of movie, right? And it's like it's all these like this crack team of like they all have their different skills and they've got to go like get this high value target. And it's like the state-of-the-art prison, and then they break in, and then it's revealed in like the third act that it's Jared from Subway that they were breaking out the whole time, but they didn't know that, and they're like,
now it's a little bit of like a moral quandary where it's like, well, do we finish the job? Like,
yeah, do we kill this guy? Okay, we should I've talked about flashers and Subway Jared. This is off to a very...
All right, wait, can I just want to... Do you follow wrestling at all?
Not in a while.
All right, they're back in the mid-2000s. This is one of my favorite things. They used to do like celebrity guests.
Yeah.
And Jared from Subway ran the show for a week and was a regular reoccurring character on like wrestling, in like major wrestling.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Did he wrestle? Did he get?
No, I don't think he ever wrestled. I think he.
Why did they have him on there then? It's not like he was like a charismatic.
He's just
guy.
promoting Subway. I mean,
I know. It was just like
they just sent him to the show.
Did they send him in his big pants and his big khakis?
They sent him in his big pants, but he definitely had a Subway sandwich with him.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah, in hindsight, not
Didn't
so
age
great.
very well.
Even then it didn't make any sense. But yeah, especially now it's bad.
yeah.
But it's
Now
like that was the worst. That was like the lamest spokesperson anyway for a place.
You should have hit somebody with like a Subway, like just like cracked
cracked
him over with
Well,
the
so-
foot
the
long.
meatball marinara.
It's
That could have been his finishing move.
it's funny because the guy who was like a major heel at the time is CM Punk, who is now like one of the biggest faces, and he took a shot at Jared from Subway on the sides, and you're like watching it, and you're like, man, he was an asshole, but he was right.
Yeah.
He should have taken him out.
Yeah, something's weird about that guy. I think it's because he didn't have any lips. If you looked at him, he kind of doesn't look like he have any lips.
Kevin,
Anyway,
can you
Google
pull
a
up
picture of him.
Yeah, that's it. Yep. We'd like to see. We just search Jared from Subway lips.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he doesn't have lips. Oh my God, it's disgusting.
We can't see, so he's just gonna explain it to us.
They're thin, no more than a half inch.
Fernando, what's up, dude?
Well, they can't see him right now.
No.
I don't think. This is the new thing.
Okay,
We
sorry.
ambush people with Fernando.
Yeah,
With the
right.
dog. Yeah, you get their guard down, and then you can ask me questions. You like pull up some questionable Facebook posts from 2009.
So
We have this
you were on
arrest
Twitter in 2017, and
Oh God. If somebody went through, I mean, I don't think there's anything that bad on my Twitter, but probably just embarrassing. God. I'm sure you could. I always wonder, but it's also like, but I also know, like, I wouldn't. I mean, we're not going to get into this. My point is that I'm not racist, and I've never been racist.
so we pull out the clipboard and just like, well,
No, that's at least I know. I'm like, well, I know I didn't put anything racist on there, but I know, like, but I also just probably made a bunch of jokes that I thought were funny when I was 22, which are probably, questionable now.
Yeah. Well, you used to troll people on the internet for a long. Do you still do that?
Yeah, no, I used to, because I had that account, Donna Gracie account, which I would just like, it just was like an old lady account, and yeah, I would troll people on that. But like, and I got the one post I did was on like fuck Jerry, and like Paris Hilton like shared it. It was, but of course, like nobody knew it was me, and I couldn't, if I said it was me, that kind of ruins the joke anyway, because it's funny if you think it's an old woman on the internet, But no, I don't anymore, just because Facebook is a horrible, depressing place now. You know what I mean? Like, it's like there's not really anything funny in the comments anymore. It's like finding a confused old person was really funny on Facebook in 2017. But now they're just like all politically activated and usually racist, and they're just like saying horrific things. And I don't even know if they're real people. It's like half these things are probably like fake accounts.
Little Russian bots.
Yeah.
Trolling the trolls.
Yeah. It's like dead internet theory, where it's just like a bot talking to another bot. But at least although that's kind of better to think about than to think these are real people, because the things that like they're saying on there, it's like really despicable stuff.
you really have to pick your poison there.
Yeah.
Would you rather they're all fake or they're all real?
Preston.
I don't know what. Yeah. I don't know what's worse. But he's what'd you say?
Oh, I was just thinking about Fernando. I was like, Fernando, they're just gonna think we don't bathe you.
This dog stink. No, I'm just kidding. He doesn't stink. He's very soft. He's a lovely dog.
He's nervous.
Yeah,
I'm
he's not
nervous
used to
too,
being on camera.
Fernando. So how'd you get? You've been doing YouTube comedy sketches for a long time. Like, how did that start?
Yeah, I mean, well, we made the channel now in like 2015. So yeah, like 10 years ago, or I don't know, sometime around 10 years ago. And I was shooting, little stuff before that. Like my buddy Jeff, who, my best friend since like fourth grade, we would shoot little movies and stuff on our little VHS the little mini VHS cameras, horrible quality cameras. But then, yeah, we started to, so back then we had a YouTube channel back in when it launched in 2006. And and all that stuff is kind of gone. It's all like sort of lost media because a guy we used to film with, we just don't really talk to. We sort of had a falling out with, and just which I'm glad that stuff doesn't exist anymore because
that was racist.
No, I don't like anything you specify. It's not racist, but it's not funny. And like I found a DVD with one of the old movies we made, and I was like, this is never going anywhere. I was copying all my old movies onto during COVID, I was kind of going through and finding all the old ones that I had and digitizing to putting them on my computer, and I found that one. I was like, this one can stay here.
What was it about?
It's not going to make me sound good. It was about, you'll have to maybe cut this. I'll say it was for a contest. Do you remember the channel G4?
No.
Yeah,
the game channel.
Yep.
So like in 2005 or 2006, and granted, I should preface this by saying I was like, 14 or 15. I was a child with a child's brain, but they wanted to do they had a contest for you to send in like a video, and it was supposed to be something about like 4th of July, and it was like we had like a thing. We did a short film that was like a parade, like a 4th of July parade, but it was just like 5 of my friends, and then for some reason just a shooter comes and just starts killing everybody. It's just like but it's like a comedy too. It's really was meant to be funny, and it's just like this guy shooting everybody, and I was like, okay, this is
That didn't age well.
No, not at all. And it was like people in wheelchairs and stuff. It was in like walkers. It was like, it was really a bad when I found that one. So I don't really care if you cut it, but no one's finding the movie. Although somebody at G4 got it because we sent it in. So somebody there had to watch the submission, right? And I really wonder what they were horrified or.
I sincerely hope that someday this video specifically is seen by someone at G4 and they can send us that fucking clip.
That's what my fear is, that one of them kept it. Like they were like, what the hell is this? And they held on to it. And
they just kept that intellectual property. Like, this is going to be something someday.
Yeah. It hasn't turned up online. I don't think we never put that one on I think that was like right before YouTube, came out. And then we started doing then we started filming doing stuff as Flint Rat like 10 years ago. And that was just like skits and stuff. And of course we picked it's like now YouTube doesn't really do skits as like a, they don't really push skits out in their algorithm at all. It's all kind of like podcasts or documentaries or
like
Mr. Beast.
Long language stuff.
Yeah.
Like a lot of education spaces kind of coming into that.
Yeah, I think they kind of stopped pushing skit stuff right when we started making videos for YouTube, right when we started doing them. But yeah, because we shot a bunch of stuff together too, like skits and short stuff for that as well.
Yeah, what was that first one? I know we did, you came out for when we did Concrete.
I wrote it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I went out for that because that's when I met you, and I met a lot of people, because I met Dominique and a lot of people that, we worked with since then.
That was a fun, interesting little skit. Like just if we did for like the road competition. I still wish they did that because like basically they'd have this like 3-minute short competition and they would give you like grand prize winnings and stuff like that. So like the top 3 would get like big, huge prizes from road.
When they stopped doing that?
Probably around COVID, I would imagine.
Yeah, because we were gonna do another one we were planning, and then COVID. I think it was probably like right before that actually that we were meeting up. Because we did that. It was like a fighting one. It was cool. It was a lot of fun. I think it turned out really well. And then the guy in that was Ken or Kenneth, who is the
Ken Jordan. He used to jump over Ferraris, like front flip over Ferraris.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just casually, as a.
No, I mean that was his thing. He was like a stuntman kind of thing.
He was a stuntman. He did a bunch of work for because he was telling at the time, you meet somebody and they tell you like crazy stories, and you have to when you first meet them, like, is this person like a crazy liar or is this no, everything he told me checked out, because he worked on a lot of in the 90s and 80s and 90s. He was stuntman on a lot of Disney stuff too, and I won't get into it because it's his story, but I guess they stole some ideas and stuff from him there, which and it was movies he worked on, so I was looking it up. I was like, okay. And you can go on his YouTube and find him jumping over cars and stuff. Like the people just drive a car straight at him and he jumps over it. It's awesome.
Catching arrows. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what. People would shoot arrows at him and we'd catch them.
Yeah. He was cool.
That's funny. And then his son Jaywan Jordan was in my college short film Emergence.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. He moved away, right? Moved out of
Yeah,
state
and
or
he's
something.
back now. I guess
Oh, is
he's
he? Okay.
working for one of the news channels around here.
Oh, okay, cool.
So yeah, I run into him at events now.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
then, what was our next one that we did?
I'm trying to think.
Was
We
it
shot
Hallmark?
that. We did the Hallmark Christmas one. I think so, because then we did the job after that. Yeah, we did the Hallmark Christmas one, and which is weirdly like the most viewed one on our channel. I
Wait,
think
the A Shot at Christmas, that one?
No.
This was beforehand.
Yeah, this was like a parody of them, kind of, and it was like we kind of got in at a good time with it because it was before the next year Saturday Night Live did a skit that was like kind of the same thing, you know. Not that they stole the idea. It's it's just a comment. Now, if you search it, you'll see 50 videos making fun of just like making fun of Hallmark movies. Ours was weirder, I think, than all the other ones that were on there.
Yeah. Dylan has been playing a little child for a long time.
I didn't realize. Yeah, I guess I didn't. We keep making him play a child because he's for some reason good at it. Like, but he's even a smaller child than that because he's like a toddler or something. Like he's we had him in like a Christmas onesie with like the butt flap on it and stuff. And like, man, I'm feeling bad. I feel like we're kind of bullying him. When we were filming Cocaine Stepdad, he described we went out and filmed like out a lot in public, and we shot at there was that. Hell, Michigan did that Mountain Dew. Do you guys remember that? The Mountain Dew festival that they did there? Like, they did the Flamin' Hot Mountain Dew. Does anybody remember that? They released it for like 6 months in like 20. You remember? Yeah, okay.
And then 4 kids died.
Yeah, and it was just weird, gross, spicy. I mean, it actually wasn't as gross as I thought it would be. But they did a free festival in Hell, Michigan, and they had like Pauly D or somebody from Jersey Shore doing a DJ set. And we were like, oh, let's go in character and just see if we can get some footage. And we didn't end up using any of the footage, but Dylan was like, it was like one of the first things we shot. And he described that as ego death because he was just having to be in public like a big, like, kid. He's wearing like pajama pants, like a big oversized shirt, and he just has to act all sulky and stuff walking around. And yeah, we couldn't use anything because we were way too conspicuous. Everybody was staring at us wherever we went. You know, we were trying to set up a scene where I was trying to get him to dance, and he like knocks me onto the ground. And we're watching the footage, and everybody is staring at us like in the background because they're like, "What are these weird like middle-aged guys doing? Like fighting, dressed like absolute idiots."
Do you still have that footage somewhere?
Yeah. We shot a bunch because you had to take like a park and take like a bus into the festival. Oh shit. You had to take like a bus into the festival. And so we filmed a lot of stuff, and we put part of it on like the end credits on the DVD, like that scene where he knocks me down. We put that in there, but like, there was so many people. We had no plan anyway. We were just like, we'll do it to get into character, and it was helpful. And like, we made some friends and people that were just like, what are you guys doing? But like, yeah, we couldn't. We didn't film a ton in public after that because or around in big crowds. We were originally talking, I guess we still did, but we were trying to be more inconspicuous. You know, we weren't fighting in front of people as often because it was unusable.
Yeah, right. I guess, like, and then just like you guys found a crew and it just kept kind of going from there.
Yeah, I mean, I just got because like, my buddy Jeff, we kind of shot stuff, but none of us like, went to school or anything for it, so we didn't really know a lot. We still don't know that much. That's why it's nice whenever I work with you guys and I can just, or even better, you guys just do all the work, and that's even better. But like, or I just learn, I stare and be like, okay. But yeah, we had, Jeff and then, I met Dylan in downtown Flint at Churchill's when they used to do college days there, the $1 mixed drinks.
Oh man.
Yeah,
I
do you remember them?
That. I sure do.
And the $2 pitchers of Natty Ice and
like the rum and cokes for like $1.
Yeah. And that still wasn't cheap enough for us, so we go like drink in the parking lot, in like somebody's car. And so that's how I met Dylan, and he was into film but also never really did it, and so yeah, then we started shooting stuff for, actually we wrote a feature. We tried to film it in the building that's now like the Crim building, I think, in downtown Flint, on the corner of First and Saginaw there. Mm-hmm. It was like a bank, and it was closed down for a long time. And we were asking around. I asked Joel Rash, and he knew the guy who owned it. And we were like, oh, we should film a bank robbery movie. We were like 21 or something. And the guy got a hold of us, and he's like, you can film there, but I'm selling it like Monday, so you'll have to film it like this weekend. So we like wrote a bank robbery scene, and then we filmed that, and then we tried to like write a whole movie around it. And instead of doing like shorts or skits, we'd like try to do a feature, and it kind of fell apart because we're completely unprepared, and we had some falling outs with some of the actors because I don't think they knew what they were signing on for. You know, they're like, you know, friends of ours. They're like, yeah, we'll be in a movie, and then it's like 3 months later, and I'm calling them every week, you know, being like, you free this weekend? You know, film, and you know, they didn't really know what they were signing on for. So we learned a lot, and we didn't try to make another feature for like 7 years or something.
So how'd the name Flint Rat come to be the thing? How was that the thing?
That came because my ex-girlfriend, I would always be downtown drinking with Dylan and Jeff and all these people. And one day she was just pissed off at me, and she was like, you go hang out downtown with your little Flint Rat friends. And I was like, that's like wrote it down. She's like, what was that? Like, I texted it to myself. I was like, it's a good name. And she was like really mad when she found out that's what we went with. She's, I think, okay with it now. You know, I'm not dating her anymore, but she's aware of it. And she didn't try to get any money from me. Not that there would be any money to get. Like,
3 Mountain Dew Flaming Hot cans.
Yeah. I do still have a can of it if anybody wants, you know, an old can of Flaming Hot Mountain Dew.
Oh, my God. You said it wasn't that bad, though?
It's not as bad as I thought. I don't know if you guys remember it, if anyone tried it, but it's not as bad as like it doesn't taste like Cheetos. It's kind of like it's like if you ever had like a real spicy like a ginger ale, you know, like a Jamaican ginger ale. I like a spicy ginger ale.
That does sound pretty good. A little spicy. What was the one? I think is it Reds?
Code Red.
Code Red. Yeah.
Talking about Code Red, guys. You know, like let's just say shout out for Code Red, man. Code Red doesn't get any
I
respect.
don't think I would call Code Red spicy. I don't think the red is for spice.
What's it for then?
Well, it's
Speed. It's faster.
Methamphetamine.
Yeah, that kind of speed. It's only a matter of time before they run out of ideas for stuff, right? Because they do keep like that. We will get some kind of like amphetamine soda, which I'm kind of looking forward to. So I'm a bit
or like they've got to have like a THC soda coming out, right? Like Coke with THC.
Jones has it. It's called Mary Jane's or Mary Jones.
Mary Jones.
Yeah, because I was trying to get them to send me some, but I guess they couldn't at the time. It wasn't like legal to sell in Michigan, but now they do sell it somewhere around. I haven't had it yet though.
Are they're still around?
Jones Soda? Yeah, we did like a couple videos, not from that, but we did like, I had a pack of from 2002 of the Jones Soda Holiday Pack that they did like a few years in a row. They did a thing called the Jones Soda Holiday Pack, which was like, it was like 6 different bottles, and it was like turkey and gravy flavored, mashed potato, cranberry. It was like a whole Thanksgiving meal, and it was some like charity thing they did, or like, you know, the proceeds were donated to some charity. And I had a pack that I bought at Goodwill like in 2006, unopened, from 2003 or whenever it was from, and I held on to it until, you know, like 5 years ago, and we did a video where we opened it and drank it. And then they actually like reached out and like sent us some like shirts and stuff too. So yeah, they're still around. They sent us they did some like sour Jones Soda a couple years ago, and they sent us like a pack of the sour, like this, it was supposed to be super sour Jones Soda, or it was like half sour and half not, and you don't know which is which. It was supposed to be like a game that you'd play, you know?
Yeah.
It wasn't that sour though.
Yeah.
The turkey was really disgusting though. It tasted like what a, you know, like a Michigan basement smells like. Like it tasted like that. I almost like threw up immediately after drinking it.
Oh my God. I think I do remember seeing that video.
Yeah, but they're still going strong. Well, I don't know if they're going strong, but they have there's a lot of sugar in those things, so I don't usually have them too often. Not that specifically the turkey one, but like the just Jones Soda in general.
Yeah.
Like it's
not good for the old belly anymore.
No.
Nope.
No. I have to get all the new, you know, I don't have to. I guess this is like if I have like a little bit of autism, it's about pop. You know, I like to get all the new pops when they come out, and I have to try them all. I have to try the new Mountain Dew when it comes out, and then it's always disgusting, and it's got 70 grams of sugar, and I end up dumping it out. But like, I have to try them all.
Yeah.
And you know, so I've had most of Jones Sodas too, in case you're wondering.
There's a lot. There's a lot of them.
Yeah. I guess that's not true. I probably have. They have one that's just for dogs now. That's like great. It's gravy, but it's not like the kind of gravy one that I had. It's not carbonated, I don't think, but it's just in a Jones Soda bottle. So.
You thought about it though, didn't you?
I thought about getting it and seeing if Jeff would try. I wasn't going to try it. No, I wasn't going to do it because I couldn't. No. If somebody opened it and asked me, if somebody approached me with it, I would probably try it, but I wasn't gonna go out of my way and actually no, it's dog gravy. That's not made out of dogs. It's the gravy for dogs. I don't know. I don't think I would drink it actually. Now that I'm saying that out loud.
Well,
unless you surprised
funny
me.
you brought it up.
We just pulling out. We were waiting for this moment.
Yeah, it just somehow came to us talking about. Yeah, I don't know how we went completely off track of talking about Jones soda now.
I mean, I think that's just part of the fun is like what things that you're into, things that we're into. So yeah, you guys. I mean, we've done how many short films together now?
God, I mean, probably like 7, right? It's got to be. We did the first one would have been Concrete, right?
Yep.
Then we did the Hallmark, then The Job.
Bad Trip was.
Bad Trip was. Yeah, I think that was next. Yeah.
Yep.
And then we did like the Christmas, the Shot at Christmas,
the
Work Friends.
Mm-hmm. And then was the
Murder
She Wants. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we did that Elf one.
Yeah. So like, I don't know how many is that.
This many.
8. I was off by 1. Something. There might be another one in there somewhere. But yeah, because I mean some of those like The Job, like A Bad Trip Home. I mean I think it turned out awesome. But that was like happened right. We started shooting that like, then COVID happened and we had to stop for like
a long time.
Yeah, it was like there was like a really big gap and we only had like a few other scenes we had to do.
Yeah.
And I remember that like sucked because we had to get I think when we had one of the scenes with the kids when we had the little boy
at the house,
screaming,
the ending.
Yeah, I think that was like one that we had to like wait and do because we didn't have him I think at the time or something and yeah, but it came together. I think it came together really well.
That was a fun one. Yeah, there was. I think that was like the first time I felt like we really, really put on like a heavy, like script trying to get it together. Like first before we we have kind of like an idea.
Yeah.
And we've done those before, but that was our first one where we had a script and shot.
So I know you kind of like briefly mentioned it before. How did you guys meet and like start actually like working together on these things?
How did we meet? I know it was on Concrete, but like...
Was it Dominique who introduced us?
I know, because I didn't know Dominique until we met on the set.
I think it was.
I didn't know Dominique. I met Dominique on the set of Concrete, and so did Dylan, because they were like sitting under the tent with the walkie-talkies all day, not doing anything.
Maybe it was Jermaine then through... Yeah.
Oh, okay. It might have been Jermaine, or it honestly may have been... what was Kenneth's son's name that you mentioned?
Oh, J1.
Yeah, J1. I think it might have been him, because I was on some... I met him as I was just like an extra on some movie they shot in Flint, some short film. Like, I can't remember the name of it. It was like The Student and the Teacher or something. It was like one of the writers from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air wrote like some little, short film, and it was shot and we were in some scene together at. They shot at Mott, and I met him there because we were just extras. We had to sit at a table like a dinner thing, and so we were sitting there all day, and I talked to him for a long time then. So I think it was that, because it was that same. It was like probably like a month or 2 before we shot Concrete. So
yeah,
I think.
Yeah, I think we just like hanging out, being a bunch of Flint rats, and then we were just hey, we should make another movie.
Yeah.
And it just kind of came to that. It just started, and then we go our own separate ways, and then we come back. We're just always orbiting each other's paths, filmmaking wise.
Yeah.
And then you made a whole feature film.
Yeah.
How's that?
Yeah, we did Cocaine Stepdad. Plug. It's on Tubi now for free, or you can go on Amazon and pay $2. But I don't know if I even see any of that money, so watch it for free on Tubi, or buy the DVD, or the Blu-ray, or the VHS. I've got it on anything you want, not Betamax, but if I could figure out a way to get it on there. But yeah, we shot Cocaine Stepdad. Though it's like a mockumentary, so we were trying to figure out a feature we could do. We bounced around like a ton of ideas, and that was already something that we had done like some shorts on YouTube of. Like we'd done a couple of shorts with those characters, so it was like we already knew it. And it's a mockumentary, so you can do it, for cheaper, because we were like, okay, well, a lot of it's going to be outside. We don't have to light a lot of stuff, except some of the interview scenes and whatnot. So it was like probably the cheapest possible way we could make like a feature film, and it still cost me a lot of money, but it, not compared to like somebody making like a real. It doesn't, it does not look like an expensive film, but I'm proud of it. I'm happy that we did it and we were able to finish it, because I was really gun shy after trying to make our first feature that just like completely fell apart, and so I was just happy to have one that was done, and then actually have one that people seem to like. I mean, certain people. I can tell people if you hear the name Cocaine Stepdad and it sounds like you're not gonna like it, you're probably right. Like, don't bother watching it. But for certain people, I found there's definitely been some people online that have really liked it and reached out. And it's like the first outside of like, it's probably the thing that I've done that the most people have seen at this point, because like it's got it's weirdly been watched in England more than like in the UK than in the US, and like so it's got like people are watching it. I don't know if they like it over there, but like they've watched it a lot of times. I think that's because it's free on Amazon over there. They don't have to pay for it for some reason.
Over in the
US,
UK, that's just a documentary.
Yeah,
Just a regular documentary
about Americans. Yeah.
You think it's safe to say that England likes cocaine more than America?
I don't know. Do you think so? Probably. I think they do. From what information I know, they definitely do like cocaine, but I don't know if they like it more than America. That's interesting. Where do you think it would be safer to have it at? Who do you think has better cocaine?
Is it safe to have cocaine just anywhere?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not.
We'll have to try it. I think we need to go to England and try some, and then we'll go to like, I don't know, what would be the best cocaine? Probably Miami, right? That'd probably be a good cocaine.
I think like straight from the source, like Colombia.
Yeah, but I mean like U.S. and then we have to try. Yeah, see who has it better. It's kind of like when you go to like England and like they have like they'll have like a Kit Kat bar, and then you have it there, and it's way better than our Kit Kat bars here.
Well, I'm sure that they works the same way.
Yeah.
So you're saying their cocaine is probably better, just like how their Kit Kat bars are probably better.
Yeah,
right?
I hate to say it, but yeah, American-made stuff just isn't as good anymore.
Personally, I don't have any opinions on American cocaine versus UK's cocaine. I came into the film industry in post the cocaine problems on set.
Yeah.
Problems, the boring sets.
That's how they got stuff done. Like in the 80s, like who's the guy who made like the producer? Was it Jerry Bruckheimer? Or who?
Yeah.
I don't think it's. Like they were just fueled by it. You know what I mean? Like that's how they made like Days of Thunder. Like I feel like those guys were all coked out of their mind. And they probably were really efficient. But actually, I don't know, because in Blues Brothers, what Jim Belushi was always on cocaine, and he would just disappear and be like the scene where they're driving the cop car through the mall. He just like disappeared off set, and they just found him at like some house doing cocaine in somebody's living room. Like he was just going door to door, like asking for it until they found it.
That's
But he did also die like 3 years after that. So again, this is not an endorsement for cocaine.
Was it an endorsement for being a stepdad?
Yeah, I think there should be. Yeah, I think it's a good thing to be a stepdad. Famously, Joseph in the Bible, stepdad, and he raised Jesus. So like,
can't really do any better than that.
Yeah. You can try.
He's the ultimate stepdad.
Yeah. He must have been a pretty chill guy. He accepted the story from.
That's hilarious.
So on the topic of cocaine stepdad.
Yeah.
So we have heard tale of the long editing process.
Yeah.
Like kind of that sort of process to actually make the whole thing. And I know a lot of it was like improvisational. Like how much would you say was like improv versus like actually like written dialogue?
I mean, most of this, if it's just me and Dylan on the screen, and Dylan who plays Kyle in it, it's like improv, and we're the two who are mainly in it, because it's found footage, so I didn't want to ever like break the logic of it, so that's why it's like it's cobbled together. Of most of it is shot like handheld on a camcorder, and then we've got like police body cam, and we've got like security camera at times, but we never wanted to break the like logic, so we couldn't ever really cut over to other characters unless it was like playing on a TV or something. So most of it was me and Dylan, and yeah, most of that was. I mean, more than half the movie was probably improv. But I mean, I say that, but we knew what the scenes were. We did have the scenes were written. I mean, there were some that definitely weren't. There was plenty of stuff where, and most of that honestly didn't make it into the movie, because we shot like, yeah, the initial cut that I gave that Ethan made was like 3.5 hours long, and like, and it wasn't all good stuff. It was just like he didn't know what I wanted, and he was like anything he thought was like kind of funny he left in there, and that was even cutting stuff that he didn't even put in. Like we had a whole nother scene, like a whole nother large scene where we didn't even bother putting into that cut because we were like, this is so long already, And so, yeah, back to your question. Most of it was between me and Dylan was like improv. Anytime there was another actor on screen, we would write it. If they were comfortable, like just doing improv, like as long as they hit the beats of what we wanted, the scene ended where we needed it to, and like emotionally felt right, then like yeah, we would be okay with it. And some people like went for it, and and other people just kind of stuck to the script. But yeah,
I mean, I thought it was really funny, and you could definitely like tell that. You could definitely tell like the improvisational nature of it made it kind of feel very organic.
Yeah.
And definitely me knowing you and knowing your humor, I definitely like could feel that. I was like, oh, that was like that just happened.
Yeah, yeah. No, it was nice. I think part of it just that Dylan and I have acted together in so many things, and then we were already, we messed around and filmed. Like we did like a Christmas special with those characters, so like I think we had like a decent handle on it. Not that it's that deep. I mean, it's a cocaine stepdad and his former stepson. It's not like, it's not that deep of a movie, but it was fun. I think like me and him just we've just worked together so much that it's like easy for us to bounce off each other like that.
What do you think's your favorite scene that didn't make the cut?
There was a really stupid one that was like, it just makes no sense, but it's like a joke that I like that's like absurd and doesn't make any sense. But it was just like it's where there's a scene in the movie where we're just on we get chased, or we have to ditch the car because the body's in it, so we're on foot and we just have to walk around. And that scene was originally a lot longer. And there is a part where we've been walking around all day and we're like really thirsty, and we're walking down the train tracks and we find this like dirty bottle with some like unknown liquid in it, and we're like so thirsty, but like we were like, is it is it piss? We don't know. But we take a sip, and then it just like I sip it, and then I start like coughing like uncontrollably, but then I keep drinking it. So then he's like grabbing it from me, and then we just start like fighting over this like nasty bottle, and it just ends up being us like hallucinating, like we're lying there like on the the train tracks. And I ate a cigarette in that scene. I didn't eat it. I chewed it up and I coughed it out. But it was very stupid because we put it on the Blu-ray, and then I had somebody message me. They're like, "What? What was supposed to be in what was that scene about? Like, what was in the bottle?" And I was like, "I don't know."
Yeah, that's how you cut it.
It was either that, like they said that, and then when I showed it to Jeff, he was like, "You have to put this in the movie. You have to find a way to put it back into the movie." And I was like, "Jeff, no, it's not. It's like a 6-minute scene too. It's like way too long." And like there was a few scenes like that we filmed where it was like we knew like this can't. There's like very little chance it's gonna make it into the movie.
Yeah.
Because the movie was already longer than we kind of wanted anyway. But the way we shot it, we kind of screwed ourselves in a lot of ways by doing the improv stuff where you would put in kind of a critical plot point in where with a bunch of dumb like
gags
that you're like, well crap, we're kind of married to this somewhat now. And because after we shot it was like Dylan moved to Alabama, and so it was like we couldn't really do like reshoots on it.
You inspecting the set, Fernando?
Yeah. Safety.
I mean, how long did you guys take to film that?
We filmed it pretty quick. Like I think we started the first thing we shot was the Mountain Dew Festival, which we didn't use any of that, and that was in like April of that year. And then we finished filming. I think we didn't really start. Then we filmed the carnival scene in May just because the carnival was there, so we had to shoot that first. And then we didn't really get into it until kind of later in June. And then we finished beginning of September, I think, when we shot the last stuff, because it was just a lot of odds and ends stuff we needed to get, because there was a couple of big scenes where we had to have a lot of actors, like the opening like prison riot scene, and then the end like wedding scene. Those were like the two biggest where we had the most actors and the most like complex stuff. And so those were, we had to like plan around that. And I think some of the prison stuff was some of the last stuff that we shot just because it was hard to get people together and and find locations. We were trying to film in an actual prison, and there's like one in Michigan that like in the past has let people film there. It's still owned by the Department of Corrections, but it's closed down. But like we couldn't get, there's like one guy at the Michigan Film Office who works there, and then like he was not being very helpful. I don't know, he's probably looking for people that had actual budgets, but
right.
He didn't ask any of that. But he probably heard the name of the movie and was like not interested.
That's funny. Where'd you guys actually end up filming? Because I thought you got that prison.
No, we shot. We stitched together some different stuff. So part of it is the basement of the Masonic Temple in Flint, and at the time it was like it had no tenants in it. so we shot like a lot of the stuff there, the stairwell, and then like the kitchen and stuff, and then a lot of the other hallway stuff was a high school, which I'm not going to say the name of because I was told we were not supposed to tell anybody. Yeah, and she was kind of worried when she saw the footage, and she was like, "I hope nobody sees this." I was like, "I don't think anybody at works at your school is going to recognize the white hallway, but who knows." But yeah, we stitched together, and I think it worked out okay. And then at the end, we did have an actual at the end. When where I'm in the jail cell, like that was actually in a police station. It was like out in Clio or something, but it looked like a fake set because it was like some old holding cell they never used anymore because there's no toilet or anything in it. It was just like a cage with a bench in it, but it was like actually a real, in a real police station.
That's funny.
And it looked faker than any of the other stuff that was like not actually not actually a prison.
I would say I love the way that scene plays out into the credits. It's like very perfect.
I was really happy with how that turned out. Yeah, because we really wanted this band, like a song from, and again, this was like the first feature, so it was like, I don't know, reaching out to people to get music. There's a band called the Fleece Brothers, and we really wanted to use one of them. And they're not like a huge band, but they've got a following. And Dylan was reaching out to them, and we just couldn't we were talking to the people in the band, but like nobody at the record label would talk to us at all. So we ended up having Big Donut like do a song for it. I paid them some money, and they just did like an original song. I just told them kind of like the feeling of it, and they did that song Head Honcho, and it just turned out, it worked perfectly, I thought. And then I edited that scene because I wanted it to be kind of crazy. So we did it with the security cameras.
Yeah.
And then I shot it just off the screen with the camcorder to give it more of like a, dirty kind of like feel to it. Like somebody is in a room watching the security stuff, It was a lot of fun to do that one. And I was happy with how it came out.
What do you think? Which one's your favorite scene in Cocaine Stepdad?
I don't know. I like how the wedding scene turned out. I thought that was a lot of fun. I was happy because that was like complicated, and we didn't, we knew we weren't going to have like a lot of people, but it was also like, it was tough because it's kind of an action scene, but like we couldn't like break the logic of the found footage. So we knew we had the camera that was with us the whole time, the actual like canonical cameraman who we've abducted. And then we had the live stream camera that was there. And then we had the police body cams, and because that was kind of the only way we could, so we had to like stitch together. And so it was like, it's a very simple scene to watch, but it was like kind of like complicated when we were planning it out, because it was like, we didn't want to, and this is probably nobody would even notice any of this stuff, but it's like we didn't want to break the logic of it. So we're like, okay, we wanted to make sure that only it would make sense that the camera was pointing this way, and that like we couldn't just get cutaway shots of the cops like coming up, because how would they have gotten that shot? So we had like, different body cams, and we'd have like one on the ground, like somebody got shot, so we could kind of get like a weird angle. And I was happy with that. I mean, it's nothing like mind blowing, but I was happy with how it turned out, because we also shot that in like one day. So which was like, I was very, very, very stressed about all day filming it too. And like, so yeah, I'm happy with how that one came out. I mean, there's scenes I think that are like funnier, in it, but like, I think that I was really happy with just that it worked out,
Oh man, dude, when you start crawling across the ground to get to the wedding.
Well, because we had like,
so funny.
We had blank firing guns, and we had like, there's just so much going on that, I was just happy that it like edited together. Like it edited together like decently well. I thought, I'm sure there's plenty of little issues in there, but like, just happy we got it done, because it was kind of an ambitious scene for that movie anyway. You know what I mean? It definitely was like the hardest scene to film.
And then that was accepted into Hell's Half Mile, right?
Yeah. We had a trouble getting into a lot of festivals, I'll say that. We submitted it to a lot. It only got into a couple, but the ones that it did, like Hell's Half Mile last year, it was awesome. Like it was great. Like people, it was in it, because it's such like a weird name that people, they would see it in the manual, and they were like, kind of everybody went to go see it, and it was in the Bay City Masonic Temple that was there, and like, so it was like a full room, standing room only, and then there was definitely some walkouts as it was going on. Specifically the scene where Dylan pukes on my face, like the people sitting next to me were just like, they had enough, which is funny because they made it through most of the movie at that point, but they were just like, nah, they just left at that point in it. So it was funny because that was the first time we showed it to people that weren't just like friends and family of mine, you know what I mean? So like getting an actual like reaction from people that didn't even know we were sitting in the room, until afterward.
Do you think? Did you like the applause better or the walkouts better? Like, where were you?
The walkouts were funny. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't upset because it was like it was interesting. It was funny to see where it happened, like where people kind of had enough, and you could we were sitting in the back corner for that, and like so we were kind of just I was just watching everybody in the crowd, and yeah, the walk. I mean, I would prefer people to like the movie. Obviously it's like, but it was still kind of funny to have the walkouts, especially the people who made it, because some people they realized pretty early on, like. I'd say most of the walkouts are probably in the first 20 minutes that were like, and I'd say most people stuck around, but like a few people got up and left, and that's like, okay, they just realized like, yeah, I get what this movie is, and I don't think I'm going to like it. It was funnier the people who made it through most of it, and then there was like something that just pushed them over the edge, and it was really that scene in particular.
They really made it like an hour and 10 minutes in and just went, nope, I'm done now.
I don't care how it ends.
Yeah.
At that point, I'm invested.
I had, because my buddy Theo, he's got like a, whatever, what's that phobia where you're like afraid of puke? Does anybody know? Emetophobia. Okay, yeah, he's got that. So I was like, I made sure I sent it to him he did the VHS cover, and I was like, here's the timestamp where the puke is, like, and just skip past it.
What scene got the most laughs?
The scene that we did with the composite, the police composite, the wanted poster, that got a lot of laughs. That one was, I'm glad that it hit, because there were some jokes where it's like you don't really know if they're gonna land, like especially editing it. Like it took so long editing it that it was like Ethan and I had to watch that movie like so many times. It was like, you kind of lose any objective, like, is this even funny? A scene that you liked at first, you're like, maybe we cut it, and you're kind of like not sure, and so that was, I like that one landed. That one, yeah, I think that, and then like the gags that were like punchlines, like I think at the end where he gets I liked it. Well, I don't want to spoil some of it, but the end where I've got the tattoo on my back, that one got a decent reaction too. But yeah, it's nice to see when it does land, because there's definitely been plenty of times where we've made something and then I showed it like a festival, and the stuff that I think is really funny, it's like no reaction at all. And there's definitely parts in this movie that it's like that, where it's like I think it's funny, but like you'll hear like two people in the audience laughing, and I was like, all right, well, those are the cool people.
I think I don't know about you, Corey, but for me the funniest part to me, the first time I watched that movie, I laughed so hard at when you're first hot wiring the car.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I forgot.
And it's just that it's the pause after like the first wire doesn't work, and it's like, oh well, this is extra chip. You just fucking hit the radio with the hammer.
Yeah, that was all Ethan's editing, because that was we just like destroyed this Ford Explorer, this Escape that was rotting in our yard anyway. That did Dylan's old car, so it worked perfectly. But yeah, he that scene was way like that. He cut it together because we didn't, we're just like, well, we'll just destroy the car. We couldn't really plan it because we didn't know how it was going to come apart that easy. We didn't know how it would work or how easily the car would. I've never smashed the interior of a car with a hammer before until then. So like, and the radio kind of was tough to break. Like it really like hung in there.
It was so funny. You're with like the crowbar. You're like prying the radio off.
Yeah, I got like cut up during that one too, because like when we stopped filming, like my hand was like, I didn't realize so I mean, who knows? I broke I hurt myself a few times when we were filming that one. Not that scene in particular, but like that. Ethan saved that scene because that was like 20 minutes or something, and he edited it down to like 3 minutes or something. It was like, the initial cut was like, it was like way too long, but that was the 3.5 hour director's cut of it.
Are you ever going to release like
no? It would not be good. Yeah.
What about a director's commentary? That'd be good.
We did do on the Blu-ray. Dylan and I did a commentary, and we have a lot of the deleted scenes in there. I don't think we don't have the full hot wiring scene because I don't think it's really that funny. We did have the camping scene. The camping scene was originally like 40 minutes long or something insane, and we have the full camping scene on there because there was like a lot more because we basically would just think like, okay, they're camping, like what are all the jokes we can do regarding like in this setting, like with these characters in like a campsite. So we just like wrote down all the things we could think of, and we just filmed them all, which again made a nightmare to edit for Ethan, I think, because he had to like get all this and like cut out half of it but still have it somehow be coherent, although that scene doesn't really have much of a point to it. It's just it's like just a bunch of gags. There's not really like you could probably, but I guess I could say that about a lot of the movie. You could cut the scene out though. The plot's not that. It's not much of like a thinker. I don't think I'm doing a very good job selling this.
I think you probably
it's free.
Yeah, and it's also awesome in England, where the good cocaine is.
Yeah, they love it there.
Maybe they just have really good stepdads.
An English stepdad, like if you made a, well, that's like maybe that would be like the joke we, they always do like the American remake of the British version, and it's always like worse. Yeah. Like, I wonder what the British cocaine stepdad.
British cocaine stepdad. All the jokes are very flat. Like it's really
yeah. I wonder what that would be. I would see if I could license it.
It's opium father-in-law, I think.
They couldn't just call it cocaine stepdad UK. Like,
I like opium father-in-law, or like meth mom, or there's sequel potential here.
Meth mom is like the down south version of it for sure. Or the far north.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do Canadians do? What kind of drugs are they into?
Heroin.
Jamie's on it, dude.
all the drugs were.
Yeah, what are they into up there?
I'm gonna guess that it's cannabis. I'm gonna guess it's marijuana.
Yeah,
because,
that's as heavy as they get. I don't mess with any of that other stuff, man.
Well, I don't want to offend anybody by smoking my meth right here now. So I'll go out in the back and I'll smoke it there.
Is it okay if I light up?
Oh my God, the most popular illegal drug in Canada right now is cocaine and crack.
Really?
So, yeah.
Cocaine Stepdad 2, road trip to Canada.
What would a Canadian crackhead be like? That would be
just super polite. Like, hey, could you buy this TV, please?
Well, you never. Well, that's the thing though. You never like see them out and about, right?
I don't know. Because I lived in Toronto for a little while, and when there would be like riding the bus there, it was like I remember I was like these two guys were about to start like beating the shit out of each other on the bus, but I didn't realize it because they were so like Canadian about it. Because he was like, "You're a goof." He's like, "You're a goof, man," and I was like, "This guy's hilarious." And then he's like up, and the bus driver stopped driving the bus, and everybody was like freaking out. I realized like, oh, this is like they're about to actually fight each other. Yeah,
this is
far. Goof apparently is like a big insult, to a Canadian.
Oh, how dare you! Yeah, if somebody called me a goof, I'd be like, yeah, okay, whatever.
Yeah, it wouldn't even register that they're making fun of me. And it's like, you silly goof. I'd be like, I'm a little bit silly.
Go get a drink, pal.
I ain't your pal, guy.
I ain't your guy, buddy.
But you also do writing too, as well.
Yes. I'm a very prolific writer of Christmas films.
How did that happen?
A guy who knew a guy that I know, Nick Holland, who made he did An Intrusion, like a thriller movie that came out a few years back. I'm like in it for 2 seconds. It's like a doorman, but I know his wife, his now wife, at the time was just a friend of mine, Hannah, and she kind of put us in touch. And then he got in contact. Basically, I think what happened is this other guy reached out to him to write a movie, because essentially this guy reached out to me and he wanted a Christmas movie that they could film in like a week or 2 weeks or something, and like a Hallmark. He basically told me like, don't reinvent the wheel. Like, people that watch these movies watch them for like because they want the specific thing. So yes, I wrote a movie, and it is insane. I don't take any credit for it. Like, I wrote like a very just down the middle kind of like Hallmark movie, nothing special at all, but some magic happened on the set of that movie. And it's like the most bizarre Christmas movie. Like, it's called Cupid's Christmas, if you find it online. It's also, I think, on Tubi for free. And it's hilarious. Like, there's just so much weird shit, because it was like almost like funded by like favors, like it was like, oh, yeah, I'll put your business in it, and you'll give us a little cut. I don't know the specifics. That's what my guess was, because I was told I had to write like 2 different scenes where Santa goes to the Ford dealership, and like I'm halfway through writing it, and he's like, and do this scene and do this on it. But it's bizarre. It's a weird Christmas movie. Like, it's got so many like different plot lines going on throughout it. Like, they're trying to save the train station, and they're trying to find Cupid, the lost reindeer, and Santa's in it. He's real. And the girl's a singer, and there's like multiple musical numbers in it. Like, it's a weird movie. I definitely do recommend watching it.
Why does he go to the Ford dealership?
Because I don't know. He's looking at cars. So yeah, I didn't even write that scene because I was kind of so annoyed at the time. I had COVID, and I wrote the whole movie in like 3 days, and he like had told me this like multiple days into writing it, that like, hey, I was like, I didn't even know Santa was in the movie. And I was like, now I have to go add Santa. And so I was just like, no, I gave him the script, and I was like I'll make a couple corrections if you need it, but I'm not adding, like, you can do what you want. And then I showed up to film. He wanted me to, be in it, and I showed up to film my scene, and there's like there's like this whole scene they're filming like this city council. None of this is like in the script. It was all these like actors. I was like, what is going on? It's great though. I mean, it is like avant-garde as far as like a Hallmark Christmas movie goes.
Cupid's Christmas.
Yeah, we're gonna have to watch that.
Yeah, right. That'd be the next one.
Good. I gotta. And that was embarrassing because it was like the first one that's before this, what probably the most people have seen that I'd done because it got it was like released like Gravitas Pictures put it out on like DVD and stuff, and so it was like, man, it would actually is kind of funny because somebody just commented on the Flint Rat on the Instagram on like a Cocaine Stepdad thing, and she was like, what the hell? She's like, I was just watching Cupid's Christmas, and then she like somehow found, she must have gone on like IMDb or something and like found Cocaine Stepdad. So like that's kind of hilarious because they're very different movies. And then I wrote another movie for him too over the course of like a week. And that one never. They were trying to, I guess, get it like it never got released, which I'm mad because I'm not in that one. But I put like that one. I was like, I'm just gonna see how many like weird jokes I can put in here and see if they like take them out when they film it. Because I was like, they're probably not going to because I don't think they're even reading this really before they like go to film. So I just like put it not like real adult stuff, but just like weird stuff that I thought was funny.
Was that also a Christmas movie?
Yeah, it's called Christmas on the North Pole Express.
Okay.
It's not out though. Can't find it. Can't find it anywhere. They did a premiere, but it never was like released. Hopefully at some point. My guess is they were still. I asked the guy, and he said that they needed. Well, he said they needed somebody to finish like editing the credits and stuff. But I was like, but you did a premiere. Did it not have credit? Anyway, I don't know. I really want to see it though. I'm getting upset because it was filmed like 2 years ago or something, and there's just been nothing. They like last summer they did a premiere and then like still nothing.
Still nothing.
Yeah,
they're just waiting for Gravitas to pick it up.
I think they were trying to. I think I mean enough people probably watched that other one because a lot of people they didn't like it, but they watched it like because any of those like Christmas movies people will just watch. Like they just I don't know. Have you guys had to make any of those?
I made one. Oh God, I was on it for 2 days, and it was like a kind of like a Christmas film. God, I can't think of the name of it right now. I have it like sitting on my drive, and I recently just seen it. But yeah, I did 2 days on it as a cam up. But it was like a legit like Hallmark one. You know what I mean? Like it was like a decent sized budget and everything like that. But it was about like this family that was going through something, and this angel came to like basically bless them.
Yeah, it was like a religious one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think the mom had cancer or something.
It sounds like just our thing that we did, a parody thing.
Well, yeah, it's just like I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I get it.
And then like the choirs sing. I remember I had to like sing, like all these people coming to sing for some reason, and then they had like this. The guy played piano and told him the story of the manger and everything like that. And
see, that actually sounds way more ambitious than most of the Hallmark Christmas ones. Like most of them are like somebody gets snowed into a cabin and there's like 5 people in the whole cast, and like that actually sounds like they put a lot more work into it.
Yeah, it's I worked with this guy a couple times, and then we actually did a movie. It was like not the Hallmark one. What's the one? The Lifetime ones, like where it was called.
Those are more edgy.
Yeah, it's like college professors. So like this professor was basically like he was forcing girls to wear skimpy costumes for better grades, and then turns out one of them was a killer. And
Lifetime. Yeah, they're like they got a little more grit than Hallmark does. Hallmark wouldn't have that because Lifetime will do like Christmas movies too, but there'll be like people die.
Yeah,
like,
right. Like a Christmas to be murdered or something.
Yeah. Hallmark would never. Hallmark's too safe.
No. Yeah, it's like even if they die, like, oh, he died. No, he survived.
Yeah, they come back, or there's a Christmas miracle.
Yeah.
Or I've watched way too many. But my favorite ones are the really cheap ones. Like I love going on Tubi and finding like just the worst like Christmas like Hallmark movies because some of them are just like are hilarious. Yeah. I don't know. My favorite is if you watch a Michigan made one. I don't know any of the people who made it, but actually that's not true. One of them was in Cocaine Stepdad who worked on it. But Christmas Coupon, if you get a chance, that's a really funny one. If you want like a bad, like it's hilarious. I feel bad. Maybe I shouldn't be calling out these like local made ones, but it's great. I say this though, it's like the best one. I watch it every year. So like regardless of what they were trying to do, it's great. It's better than any of the Hallmark ones because those are like boring and they're all the same thing. Where like this is like got the performances in it are great. Like it's just hilarious.
I think that's Joel Powell Rising.
It is, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, we almost worked on a project together, and it just kind of fell apart. But he wanted to do a like a retelling of the Tin Man.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, like where it's like basically like a scary one, because Winnie the Pooh
Oh,
was
right,
becoming a thing, and so he wanted to do like one of the Tin Man.
Yeah,
and it just never kind of came to fruition.
That's scary. Yeah, I guess it's a public domain character because it's been around so long. So
yeah,
basically.
basically.
Do what you want with it.
So like, oh yeah, you can do a ton of them. So
well, we should do one of them. We need to capitalize on this one. We need to look at who's going to be.
It would be a good one.
Do you think
right?
like the Big Boy mascot is public domain yet?
Oh, I don't know.
I'd love to have a
Popeye,
Big
guys.
Boy
Popeye.
movie.
That's why we keep thinking
Popeye?
Popeye, yep.
Yeah.
The original Popeye from the comic strip. So like not Popeye the cartoon, but Popeye like the crazy lore-driven character of Popeye that was originally a side character.
Is this already public domain or is
Yeah,
it like
it became public domain this year.
Is there already like 5 people making movies though?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
But ours could be better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could. Well, we got to find like a D-list like character. You know what I mean? Popeye, like, it's like.
Well, all the other Popeye characters from that comic strip are also public
they?
domain now.
So,
yeah.
so we could do. Who's the guy who likes Wimpy? The guy who likes sandwiches? Can we make a Wimpy movie or Bluto? I don't know any other Popeye characters. Olive Oil.
There's Bruno, right?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Bluto, I think.
Oh yeah, but is that the dog or?
That's the big guy.
Oh,
I
Bluto,
think.
yeah. We could do like Wimpy, where he like basically eats himself into an early grave, and then he comes back and finds
It's like the
revenge
whale,
on
but
us.
he's eating big sandwiches.
But then you have to put Popeye in the movie just in case it takes off, so that way then you can make the Popeye movie.
Oh yeah, Popeye's still in it. He kills Popeye.
Or Wimpy goes on the killing spree, and then Popeye comes out, and he's the one who has to stop him. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, or you think so? That's a misdirection. Then he gets killed, and maybe it's Bluto or it's Olive Oil. We should have
that'd be
good,
Olive
strong
Oil. Yeah,
female part in it.
A Finnish girl,
like a Kill Bill-esque Olive Oil movie.
Yeah, she has a lot to actually be mad about because she's always getting beat up by Bluto, and then she's like, I feel like Popeye probably hits her too. I don't know. He does not seem like he's an old timey sailor. Like, there's no way he's like a chill guy to hang out with. You know what I mean? Like,
Josh, should we talk about a Popeye movie where he like gets out of like a horrific war and has to like navigate PTSD?
just make a drama. Yeah.
We did talk about that. We did talk about that.
That's better, but see, that's like if you really wanted to put the work into it. I feel like all the movies, all these ones always do a horror movie because like that's cheap and easy, you know. But
I feel like A24 would get that behind that drama.
They would. They'd make the Popeye movie.
It couldn't be. Yeah, it couldn't be called. I don't know what. Yeah, what. I don't remember any Popeye. He doesn't really have like a catchphrase other than like spinach. That's the trailer for the horror movie though. That's exactly what it would be, darkness, and then they would just hear like the yeah. But that's the cartoon, so I don't know if you could even do that, you know, because it's like the Mickey Mouse thing. It's like it has to be that specific Steamboat Willie Mickey Mouse, you know. But
we could figure it out. You
guys could make that like it could be your logo. Put like the Popeye and Mickey Mouse. I don't know. I think I need to pull. I am gonna go to them that I pull up a list of public like when things are doing public domain and like and because I feel like there's so many companies now that are just or filmmakers that are just doing that, like they're waiting for that or they're doing like
and the companies usually don't even care, like because it's at that point it's like it's not even worth it. It's not. It's such a small amount of money, and usually they've already milked that character dry of everything that it could possibly be worth. Yeah. That they're just like, just take it. We don't care.
Yeah,
they used to care. Right? Yeah, they used to care. They used to be like, "Oh, Mickey Mouse, not a chance, never." Yeah.
And although now, they keep extending that because even that it's the old school Mickey Mouse. You know, like I can't wait because I've got some artwork that I want to start working on with Mickey Mouse for my private collection, but I can't do it for another 30 more years. So
it's coming.
I'll be counting down. Yeah,
we'll be around.
Sorry. Well, you can make it. I can't release. You just gotta keep it to yourself for 30 years.
That's true. The things you can do with AI now, anyway, I don't even need to draw my own Mickey Mouse artwork.
That would be one day to see in like AI, something like that. Just ripping off those people. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, we were thinking of like Popeye, but so he's a retired Navy SEAL.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Turned mall cop.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So he also has PTSD?
Yeah, of course. No, it just would be interesting to see, like, to like a modern day that. Anyway, that's
no, I like that. I think there's some. I think that's weird. That's like not where people would expect it. Because the obvious thing is to do a horror movie. You do a comedy / a dramedy about Popeye who was working at a mall battle.
I thought we gave him like a Taken kind of vibe, like a Liam Neeson Taken kind of like.
That we could do that one too. There's so many things you could do with Popeye. I feel like it's
You think
limitless,
so?
untapped potential.
You didn't watch the Robin Williams movie and be like, well, that's probably about the most they're going to be able to get out of this
I
thing.
totally forgot that they did a Robin Williams Popeye.
Yeah. Have you seen it?
No.
Watch it and then decide if you'd still want to do it.
Oh yeah. You think they did it all with that movie? Like.
I mean, he wasn't a mall cop or a Navy SEAL. So no, obviously you're still onto something. But
What was it? What's the premise?
I don't even. It's just. Does anybody remember? It was shot. I remember it was shot. You remember it?
No, I got it right here.
Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
Looking for the father who deserted him as a baby, a sailor named Popeye journeys to the port town of Sweet Haven. Popeye befriends an assortment of eccentrics and falls in love with Olive Oil, who's played by Shelley Duvall. By the way.
She's great.
And she is amazing in it. It looks just like the spitting image. And he discovers that he's abandoned by a baby. Popeye also discovers an abandoned baby called Sweet Pea.
Oh, that's right. They raised a baby together at the end. Yeah. Sorry, we're spoiling all of it. But what's crazy is they've built this whole little seaside village in Croatia or something. And it was then they just left it there when they were done filming. And they since went in and kind of fixed it up. It's a tourist place. You can go visit it. It's a really awesome set. It's this whole seaside built on the side of a hill. It's really, really cool. And yeah, I don't know it's cool, but it's is there that many hardcore, I'm curious. It's not like the Hobbit homes or whatever. It's the Popeye town from the 1980 Robin Williams movie. And he's creepy looking in it because his arms have just big.
It's upsetting to look at.
Yeah.
Gavin is currently upset. We can see him and he's upset.
You got it pulled up over there?
Yeah, of course.
I want to look at
Yeah, you got to see him.
That's funny.
He's got the fake simple arms.
What's up? Oh, nothing. I'm just watching these guys enjoy the Popeye. I
You'll
kind
have
of
to look
watch
it
it.
up
Where
after.
can we find it on Tubi now or something? I feel like you
It's
can find
got to be
everything.
on Tubi. Yeah, that's what Tubi is made for, movies like that, forgotten 80s and 90s, Popeye. Yeah, it's definitely on there.
We always wanted to do a Mystery Science Theater 3000, but for Tubi movies. That's kind of one of the things we want to do.
There
That's a good
are
idea.
so many insane movies on Tubi.
Yeah, I love Tubi. I'm a Tubi supremacist. Tubi is they're the best streaming site because you have to watch ads, but I don't even have to log in. You know what I mean?
No, you just watch them.
Yeah, I just turn it on and it's got here's a Steven Seagal movie where he's with Ja Rule. Yeah, I'll watch this.
And I have The Grinch That Stole Bitches.
The
Grinch that's
right.
Yep.
Tubi is the only platform that lets weirdos release their movies on it. You know what I mean?
Dude, what was it? Who Can You Trust 3?
Oh, Who Can You Trust? Yeah, the trilogy. Yes, that was a
with
real
the cop
ride.
who shot the dude in
The
the wheelchair.
dude in the wheelchair, yeah. So this cop shoots, just is in this whole movie. This cop just goes around every person he runs into in every scene. He always ends it by shooting them.
Wait, is there somebody in a wheelchair? He's shooting
Yes.
every scene?
So there's a guy in a wheelchair that he's talking to. He shoots the guy, and in the shot, he gets shot, and then he just rolls out of frame.
What is it called?
Slowly. It's called Who Can You Trust? Is that the third one where that happens?
Who Can You Trust 3 and then some other dumb tagline.
It's Who Can You Trust 3? Trust Nobody.
Trust nobody. Yeah.
Especially the cop
What's
with
the
the
second
gun.
one called? Maybe. Did you watch the trilogy or?
I think we only watched the third one. We just jumped
Okay.
into the third one, which obviously we missed out on a lot of lore.
Yeah.
In the opening of the movie, we could tell because they were already in a house and they had a bunch of money.
They already didn't trust anyone.
We're assuming they're the people that could not be trusted in the
Okay.
second movie.
Okay. Trust Nobody 2. Still no. I think it's Still No Trust is the second.
Who Can You Trust 2?
Still
Still
No
No
Trust.
Still no trust. Wait, I thought it was called Who Can You Trust?
Okay, it's the worst title in the world. The third one is called Trust Nobody 3. Who Can You Trust? The Final Chapter.
They gave up on making
They did a fourth one. It's what do you think you could trust us?
who are you gonna trust?
Who can you trust for? Who trust who? ?
Wait, Gotcha.
The final chapter.
I love. Okay. I would say Tubi is like the best for weird ones, except there's one level that's better, and that's people that couldn't even get it on Tubi, and that it's just on YouTube, and like you could find like there's a guy, I can't remember his Donald something, but he does a series of films like the Gramps films. He does In Gramps Shoes. Wait, that's the second one. The first one's Gramps Goes to College, and then the second one is In Gramps Shoes, and it's like it's just like this crank that makes his like movies, and it's like the first one's supposed to be, he's like 70 going to college, but it looks like it's filmed in a retirement home, and like but it's basically like him being the smartest person all the time. Like he goes there to like outsmart the libs, and like he goes to there's like a teacher teaching evolution, and he's like, well, actually the Bible says that's not real, and he checkmate. He's always the smartest person in the scene, and everybody thinks he's like hot too. Like everybody always like mentions like there's no way that guy's 70, and they're great. And then the second one, In Gramps Shoes, is even better, because that one he runs really fast, and he's like always outrunning like 18-year-old or teenagers, like 16-year-olds. He reconnects with his long lost grandson by beating him in a foot race and getting him to quit smoking cigarettes. And it does end in tragedy, though. I don't want to spoil too much. I do think you should watch it. But he also does, at some point in all the movies, he has a point where he just does like a speech about some beliefs that are unconnected to the movie. Like in the second, In Graham's Shoes, he's like, they're going to watch TV, and they're like, oh, Harry Potter's going to be on. And he's like, ugh. And they're like, what, Gramps? He's like, you really want to know what I think about Harry Potter? And they're like, yeah. And he just starts doing like a monologue. He's like, I think it was designed by Satan to let Satan into your children's homes. And he just goes on this whole thing about, and he convinces them at the end of the movie. His granddaughter's like, I wrote for my thesis like why you shouldn't watch Harry Potter.
Is it like ironic though, or is it
No, it's completely serious. This guy's made a bunch of movies. He's got you haven't played, it's like Donald Pleasance or something like that.
It's just under a YouTube channel called Christian Movies. It's just called Christian Movies, and they look rough.
Yeah, they're hilarious. He's got a whole like friendship one, but the Gramps movies, I think that's a good entry level one. Then you can get into Best Friends Recycled and Trump's America or whatever his other ones are. But yeah,
all right,
they get a lot more depressing, kind of.
I think we're definitely gonna have to watch those.
Oh my god!
If you do the Mystery Science Theater thing, I want to be on the one for Gramps.
Okay,
because I've got a lot to say.
That'd be kind of fun, actually.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think I don't really have anything else. Do you? Cody? Is there anything you want to talk about or say, or just in general?
Yeah, I got some thoughts I'd like to get into. No, I'm kidding.
This is where he drops all his conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
So Harry Potter.
Yeah, let me tell you about Harry Potter. No. I mean, not really. No, watch the movie. Watch Cocaine Stepdad on Tubi or buy the VHS, because I've got like 20 of them, and turns out people don't even use those anymore. So I got to move these things.
I have bought one of your VHS. I bought the Flint Rat.
Oh, yeah, the collection.
Yeah, the collection.
Yeah. But thanks for having me on. This was a lot of fun, and we do need to do the Mystery Science Theater thing, and we got to film something more importantly. But I mean, I don't have any like words of wisdom or anything like that.
Stay in school.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
you have any
don't
thoughts?
have to. Like, you can get just as good of a job by not going to school at all if you think about it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
If you can figure out a way, like an entrepreneur type thing, selling drugs. Yeah, I think Josh said selling drugs.
Drop shipping.
Drop shipping drugs. That's another good way.
I think that's a perfect way to end it.
Okay,
I
cool.
just see like, because let's take a cut.
Yep, cutting cameras.